You say you save, right? Like you've accepted Jesus, but you still in the streets. You still scamming. You still selling, you know what I'm saying? And you justifying it by telling yourself this what you gotta do in order to eat. This is what you gotta do in order to survive. Yeah, I don't think the real issue is survival. It's trust. Like that's what it took for me to make my transition. I had to realize that like I don't want to take the longer path. I don't want to take the hourly wage. It don't make sense in my mind when I can go do X, Y, and Z and make what bro about to make in a week. I can make that in a day. What bro about to make in a month, I could do that in a week. But once you realize you not in the streets because you gotta be, you there because you don't trust God's process. Now that hit a little different because what you're gonna tell yourself is that's not the truth, but it is. Let's talk about why disobedience, you being in the streets, is not your destiny, and how your hustle is really actually hurting your faith. See, the first lie we tell ourselves is, I gotta eat. I gotta eat, fam. Like it is what it is. I gotta eat. I gotta get it how I live. A 9 to 5 not gonna do it. But the word of God say he provide for his people. Matthew chapter 6, verse 33 is my life verse. Seek first the kingdom and his righteousness, and all things to be added unto you. I mean, if you seek God first, he gonna make sure you eat. Like it's people out here who working honest jobs and still taking care of their family, bro. It's people out here who building legitimate businesses who is giving them financial freedom to the point they can live that lifestyle that you trying to attain through the streets. It's just you don't want to do that life, but say that. Say the reason why I'm in the streets is because I just don't want to do that. I have the discipline to do it. I'm lazy. It's gonna take too long. It's gonna be too slow. I just don't want to be like everybody else. Like, tell yourself the truth, bro. Don't tell yourself you gotta do that because it's the only thing that's available. Stop blaming your sin on your situation. You're not stuck. You just choosing shortcuts. I know it's crazy to hear this, man, but let me give you a statistic. According to the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, 58 million Americans live on a median income of 40,000. So they make 40,000 a year and they still able to feed their families. And I know when you hear that, but I don't want to just survive paycheck to paycheck. Exactly. So that's the reason why you still doing what you want to do because it can be done. You just don't want to do it that way. That is disobedience, bro. That's not trusting God. You looking at your mans who doing it, but he don't believe in God. So he really do gotta hustle to get the bag. He really do gotta eat because he not relying on the one who really save us, the way, the truth, and the life, the one who really care about us, who we've been adopted into the family as father and son. Like this is our father now. He don't gotta rely on him because he don't believe in that, but you do, which means the way you conduct yourself got to be different. And we got to get away from this myth of it's about survival because it's not about survival. It's about how fast you actually want what you think you want. And you trying to get it done in a certain timeline that don't match up with God's timeline. You want it fast. You don't actually want to build. You want to bypass the struggle. It's like those who go to the gym versus those who take steroids versus those who get surgery. Those who go to the gym might not see improvements for 6 months, 8 months, a year, 2 years, and then you will just finally see them take off. And they've been on their fitness journey for 10 years. And you look at the result of 10 years and you think they've been locked in. But first 4 or 5 years, you couldn't even tell they was working out. But then you got those who take roids and they in the gym, but they enhancing the process. They cheating the game. And then you got those who don't just go get surgery and skip over all of it. It's like, that's how you got to think about your hustle. You got those who go to a job consistently or build a business and they working on it every day and they might not see results for 10 years, but it's honest work. They living in the will of God. But then you got those who believe, but guess what? They taking every shortcut they could take. They taking every scam that pop up. SBA just popped, we doing SBA. You know what I'm saying? Banks rolling, we dropping check. We on the dark web, we getting profiles. My man's punching Home Depot half off. What we like to do, and we believers, but this is what we do. We start working on the crib. We need materials for the crib. Our man's punching Lowe's or Home Depot half, and now you going to get materials for half. And you calling it a blessing. Come on, bro. I've been there. I'm there with you, bro. I trust me. I understand. You taking shortcuts, man. You cheating the process. You don't trust God. Let's just be honest, bro. If you was to admit the truth right now, you would just say, I don't want to wait. I want it now. It's my money. I need it now. You know the commercials. That's what type of time you will be on, fam. You just don't want to wait. But we have to be honest and say and not keep lying to ourselves about why we doing what we doing. And that leads to my next point. Let's stop lying to ourselves. If you want to hustle and be a hustler, just say that. You want the notoriety that come with it. You want people to look at you a certain type of way. The tough mentality. Oh, we don't touch him. Don't worry about him being on no fugazi stuff. Like he that die. He that real. I can't say it over these type of contents, but he want, he that. You want that prestige, that status. Say that, bro. Stop pretending you crap. Stop pretending it's the only thing you can do. You've really convinced yourself that's the only option. And you don't understand that that's a enemy lying to you. That's the enemy lying to you, telling you that's your only option. It was a time like that for me too, fam. It's like, bro, 9 to 5 don't make sense. These big companies, like, think about it. They get money anyway. What's me taking something from them? I'm not taking some from somebody else, from a person. So we got these uneven scales where we just like, well, I'm going to do it, but I ain't going to do it to this person. I'm going to do it to this company, and that's cool. God ain't going to trip. Come on, bro. We know the truth about that. You know the truth about that. But when you lie to yourself enough, it sounds like the truth. God gave you skills, gifts, talents, even connections, but you burying them because the street life look easier to you. You're not stuck in survival. You stuck in self-deception. And we got to pray our way out of that. We got to take actions to get ourselves out of that, because the easiest person to lie to is yourself. See, I know we tough guys. I know we got this pride where can't nobody whoop on us and we good. But let's just be honest about it, bro. The streets is not safe. The streets don't love you back. You risking your soul, your freedom, your time, your future, your family safety over what? Because when you really look at it, and this is what I had to realize. If you look at how many years you hustle, you might have came up on a couple plays that had bands at one time. But if you add up the money accumulatively over time and you look at your final product, and then you add up how much somebody made at their job, let's just say 5 years. You add up your 5 years in the streets, and then you add up the 5 years of somebody who worked a consistent job. Over time, they actually ended up making more money than you. So when you look at it like that, it's like, bro, you really tripping for real. You could have took the longer route and made more money than what you did. Instead, you took all of that risk, all those unsafe moves for what, bro? To still end up lower than that person? And when some people try to do it, oh, that's because you getting that consistent check. Duh. That's the point, bro. To be consistent. Romans 6:23 says the wages of sin is death. I say that because, bro, what is the cost of you taking this path? It's different from somebody who don't know Jesus, who haven't believed in God, but you know Jesus, and you still deciding to take this path. What is the cost of that, bro? You trading your eternal life for a temporary status. Now understand something. What you did didn't get you saved. So what you doing is not going to take you away from God, but it can hinder your walk. It can hinder your relationship. It can deprive you of certain opportunities God will have for you. And even though God still have his hand on you and you still his son, you still will endure the consequences. It's a lot of people who sit in their prison who believe in Jesus. God still got them, but guess what? They life behind 4 walls. Why be that person if you ain't got to? How long are you going to keep letting the devil return to God and be like, my investment worked out in him? He investing into the streets. That's my investment into him. It keep working out. I'm getting paid over here. I still got Ro doing what he been doing. How long you going to allow that crap to keep happening in your life? Especially you know Jesus. You've been given the power and the helper inside of you to not walk that path. Let's be honest, man. It's a better way to do this. Obedience has always been hard, but it's worth it. God's way has always been harder, but it's worth it. The good thing about it is, even though it's hard to us, he give us every tool and strength we need to get it done. So in reality, it's not hard. It's easier. Because when you're doing it in the streets, you're doing it by yourself. When you're doing it with God, you got the Almighty, the Creator. You got the helper inside of you. You got the Son advocating on your behalf. You've been adopted into the family. You got other believers around you who can help you and hold you accountable. God used his people to open up doors for you too. Like, it's really easier. We just think it's harder. Understand, man, you could still be a provider. You can still win. You can still create. And you don't gotta compromise to do so. The job that you mocking, that you hate, that you look down on, literally might be what lead you to that level of success that you're looking for. Because real freedom comes from honoring God, not hustling around him. Proverbs chapter 10, verse 9 says, whoever walks in integrity walks securely, but whoever takes crooked paths will be found out. And it's as simple as, man, if you walking with integrity, bro, you good. You literally good, bro. You don't even have to worry about certain things because you walking upright. But those who take crooked paths will be found out. God will literally talk to you in private before he expose you publicly. And now credibility is ruined, witness is ruined. You making up for the consequences of what it's just not worth it, bro. You not hustling. You hindering your heart, bro. You hindering your walk. You not waiting on God. You not relying on God. So the next step is to just realize that, bro. Think about what lies you tell yourself. Think about the depth of your actions and how it's really affecting you and affecting your life. And remember, you're a believer. It's not the same for the cat who don't believe. Even though it is, he don't think about that conviction because he don't have the spirit in him convicting him. But you do. It's hard when you call yourself saved, but nothing in your life look like you saved. Just know, fam, there's grace when you're willing to change, and God can restore your time, your purpose, and your provision. When it look like you far away from everybody and behind everybody, God got a way of giving you quantum leaps to where now that little bit of time you spent with him, it look like you ahead of everybody, man. Take courage and remember, just trust God.